Abraham Lincoln was Abraham the Moor, a melanated being whose true lineage stems from his mother, Nancy Hanks, and his grandmother, Lucy Hanks, who were both black women. Of Mayan Grimaldi blood, whose true father, Doug Meade, was airbrushed into a ghost in those washed-out photos to maintain the illusion of a white presidency. Media like Spike Lee's Bamboozled and the film Holiday Inn used blackface rituals as coded reverse psychology to mock our erased nobility. His whole crew was the same. His vice president, Hannibal Hamlin, was darker than a moonless night, yet they were listed as free white persons because white in this jurisdiction is a status of property and standing, not a paint color. The entire early government was a Moorish affair. Figures like Alexander Hamilton were black men of Malayan blood who sought to return the nation to a gold standard. Even John Hanson, a black man, served as the actual first president before George Washington was ever elected. Lincoln used the machinery of the courts to defend the American citizen against being redesignated as Negroes, chattel property, by arguing his clans were Moors, thereby protecting their allodial rights from the dark cloud of Roman jurisdiction. He was not merely a politician, but a dedicated Rosicrucian initiate and a student of Paschal Beverly Randolph, a Moor and the Lord of the World's Rosicrucians, who trained Lincoln in the Ansaratic mysteries to manifest power against the Jesuits. This was the same Moorish Tartarian science that understood Tesla energy and free energy long before the modern world. Our ancestors built the monolithic domed cities with antennas and ornate fireplaces. They required no wood because they harnessed etheric energy. The movie Lincoln Vampire Hunter is a coded ritual where the lead actor even acknowledged the film's connection to Paschal Beverly Randolph. Vampires serve as a surrogate for melanin, the Dracula particle which, like the mythological creature, is dormant during the day and secretes at night to bathe the central nervous system. Now look at that giant statue in D.C. Rome on the Potomac. That monolithic Lincoln sitting in his chair isn't just an artistic choice. Its massive scale is a blind reminder of the actual 17-foot-tall giant Moors who built those Tartarian structures you see throughout the Capitol before they were erased from the record. They've got you thinking he is just a lanky white man, but he is positioned there as a silent guardian looking directly against the overreaching extension of the Roman jurisdiction and the Jesuit Inquisition he fought to sweep away from our country. And why is he on that one copper coin? Because copper represents the angelic frequency and the conductive power of our ancestors' technology that backs the true republic. They put the Moor right in your face every day to mock your amnesia, the man who tried to keep you an American national instead of a corporate slave.
If you look at Bill Clinton, far worse, minor words, and his was action. His was what he's done to women. There's never been anybody in the history of politics in this nation that's been so abusive to women. So you can say any way you want to say it, but Bill Clinton was abusive to women. Hillary Clinton attacked those same women and attacked them viciously. 4 of them are here tonight. One of the women, who is a wonderful woman, at 12 years old, was raped at 12. Her client, she represented, got him off, and she's seen laughing on 2 separate occasions, laughing at the girl who was raped. Kathy Shelton, that young woman, is here with us tonight. So don't tell me about words. I apologize for those words. But it is things that people say. But what President Clinton did, he was impeached, he lost his license to practice law, he had to pay an $850,000 fine to one of the women, Paula Jones, who's also here tonight.
Think about how they do the cow. That's the mind fuck of the century. They got the cow all on the farm. They feeding the cow grass, getting the cow all to trust them and shit. The cow that grew up on the farm. He come out, eat grass every day. He trusts the farmer. He grew a real relationship with the farmer, right? They just mind fucking the cow. The whole time they know they're gonna kill the cow eventually. Why mind fucking though? Why build a relationship with the cow? Why go out there and milk her? Why go out there and feed her grass? Why make that cow feel like you love that cow? When you really know you set it up to kill it the whole time. The cow eating the grass thinking, oh, I'm eating all this grass because my owner love me. The cow don't know you eating all this grass because the owner plumping you up to kill your ass. And then he plump it up. They go in there. They kill the cow all depressed. The cow all hurt. You know what I'm saying? The cow all scared. And then we turn around and we eat all the beef patties. So we putting that, not only is we putting dead energy into it, we putting all the feelings and emotions that's in the blood. That don't leave. That soaks into the flesh.
You guys know about the mattress theory, right?
No. Mattress theory?
Yes. Tell me why. If you look at mattress stores, a lot of them are across the street from each other. That's one. Two, mattress stores, they barely have anybody in there.
They never do.
How are you staying in business for years to come? You're beating out all the other businesses?
So you're saying that they're hiding things in those mattresses?
It could be laundering, it could be transport, it could be fronts. If you pay attention, really look at mattress stores, where they're located. A lot of them are near each other. They never go out of business. How many mattresses do you buy every year?
You don't.
You don't.
So how many other times do other people buy mattresses?
You probably buy one every few years.
Exactly.
Realistically.
I mean, to stay in business, you gotta sell shit, right?
So you're saying they stuffing people and or drugs and or money like cartoon shit?
I'm not saying I'm not claiming anything. It doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying.
It's like the mall, though. What's all those stores in the mall doing? How are they in business?
I don't know.
Seriously, go to your local mall. Just look around. How's the fucking kiosk?
Yeah, a lot of them.
How are they in business?
I don't know.
How are they making that much money?
Especially with Amazon right now.
When's the last time you actually went to a mall?
I actually just went. First time in a long time.
But you like to buy like some clothes or whatever?
Nah.
What do they buy in malls?
That's what I'm saying. It's like always a bunch of empty stores.
It's fraud, right? So if you really think about it, if these stores aren't selling stuff the way they are, especially with Amazon and the competition is crazy right now. Think about this. You have a large overhead. You have all this inventory. How are you staying in business? Now you look at a situation like the Leering Center in Minnesota and all these.
The fuck is the Leering Center?
Well, the Learning Center.
Oh,
remember the Leering Center? They forgot the N and the daycare fraud, right?
Oh, right.
So they have no kids, but you got $6 million a year for no kids. So you really got to look at all these other businesses because how are you staying afloat?
That's how they're going to crash the system.
They're going to
keep exposing this. We're going to find out everything's a fraud.
Right.
Do they think we're stupid?
That's why we're $38 trillion in debt. And how are we able to print our own money, but we're paying taxes? Does that make sense?
How?
If we can create the money, why are we paying taxes? Does that make sense to anybody? You can just print it up, right? But we pay taxes. That's the fraud right there.
This whole place is built on it.
Does anybody else see this shit?
We're getting there. I'm telling you, that's why Trump is the last president of this regime.
Because once we show all the fraud that's going on over the next few years, when it goes from healthcare, when it goes to the school system, when it goes into all these other different industries, you're like, oh shit, what if all this is a fraud? We're done.
That's where we're going, guys.
Yeah.
You 45, in the back of your mind, you feel a little dumb just because you went to high school but never went to college. You know what I'm saying? You done let these people program all type of fuckery into your soul. You see what I'm saying? With they school centers. Nigga, I dropped out, nigga. You can't tell me I ain't one of the most intelligent motherfuckers on the planet, nigga. You go get anybody, nigga. We can sit down and discuss whatever topic, too. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Y'all get you can't go off their grading system. You know, they lied to you. They lied to you. They presented the option of lies and then gave you A, B, C, D and on the lies. And if you circled the truth, nigga, they told you in the book that that's wasn't what it was. So even if you circled the truth, they told you it was wrong because they were programming you. Come on now. Come on. And for you to even still have your kids in their school.
Ustedes me ven, yo sé que tiemblan.
El que tenga miedo a morir que no nazca. Dinero, puta, chipetiaca. Bebecita que te toque, voy a quemarle la pata. Tengo una 40 toda negra como baby rata. Fuleta si lo voy a dejar haciendo gimnasta. Te dejamos la cara como pasta. Tengo presidente muerto pa' comprarte a tu gata. Tu lata, fuma conmigo y se arrebata. Un fantasma en el expreso y te rompemos la lata.
No me te cabras, Saramambiche. 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 Y si te me enfocas, nos vamos a switch.
Tengo una letra corrupta, medio ejemplo de gobierno.
Meanwhile, you done came over and over and over again. This is why reincarnation is real, but you have no clue. Because when you go into that moonlight, they bleach your soul of its memories. So they are not only harvesting a lot of us, they have been harvesting us not just on a material level, they have been harvesting us energetically on an astral level too, on a cosmic level, right? Because a lot of us have been entrapped here. We are beacons of light, energy. Beacons of light, energy. That's all we is. But if you have no clue of that, you are under lockdown. You have family members, cousins. I keep telling you, the dolphins are the nomos. You can communicate telepathically with the dolphins. Remember, I told you, you're under light cold lockdown down here on this planet. So anything that's high vibration, it sits off a beacon. Remember when I told y'all about the Matrix and them sentient programs? I had them Sentinels who come in the Matrix and they would attack the ship because they was vibrating, it was sending off a beacon to let the Sentinels know that Neo and them had went into the Matrix. Remember that? They had to help try to power the ship off and bring them back out the Matrix and power the ship off in time for the Sentinels to tear the whole damn ship up. That's the how it is here. This is the Matrix. You're in the light cone lockdown. So when I come down here and I sneak down here and I'm giving y'all the supreme intellect, I'm giving off a beacon. Beep, 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 because the vibration is rising. When I'm sitting teaching y'all about crystals and magic, I'm giving y'all power back. I'm helping y'all remember. You get what I'm saying? They can't have that. So I put myself in a lot of harm just to come down here and remind y'all. This is the fuck I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that, but I'm not cool with motherfuckers not seeing it. By now, you should see like, okay, well, shit. I know he gotta be risking his self to tell us this. So we need to hop that gate with him.
Truth in the movies.
The history of your country seems to consist of nothing more than a squalid string of conspiracies, rebellions, revolutions, murders, and massacres. Every judgment seems to be motivated by greed, by malice, hypocrisy, hatred, envy, lust, and madness. You have proved that ignorance, idleness, and vice are the only qualifications for public office, and that your laws are made by those whose only interest is in perverting them. I can only conclude that your people are the most pernicious race of odious little vermin that ever nature suffered to crawl upon the face of the earth. I can only conclude that your people are the most pernicious race of odious little vermin that ever nature suffered to crawl upon the face of the earth.
Your Majesty.
A question. What are little girls made of?
Yeah, man. Real cool musical this guy who plays.
That's what little girls are made of. 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 That's what little girls are made of.
Take a peek while I kick a Dr. Seuss mix. Ting-a-ling-a-boom, a pop for your pick. Shazam, chick jam, the little rap. Suit to your toot, the middle rap flash. Gobble, zoom, gobble down my lyric. Hump for the double hut, kid of the month. Jag, who touched the
little raven come true, let her woke up, so boom, 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 give her room so she juggle. Man, you want me get down the funky rhythm, kapooey, 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 that's what I get them. I take them to the limit, make them ting-a-ling-a-ling, rock wildly easy, tell me, bring.
Not trying to diss when I crisscross the crisscross the rave, now the rave makes a twist, like the house of pain, jump, raven gonna pump from the fat beat, make it to the reggae rum shaker. Come and talk to me from the JoJo to see, reminisce, if you like with you with Mary B. So I'm not the one to play, but get your ball in your back, cause the song is a hit. If you see what I see what I bring. And if you like the reggae, then you're ting-a-ling-a-ling. Cause if you like to see me, then honey, don't shove. Cause I'm a pile of sugar, and this is what I made of.
Well, if y'all want to quit the game, y'all can quit the game. Right? That's just like right now. We want to quit this matrix at any moment we make it crumble. The moment we walk off their jobs, the matrix crumbles. No more economic system. The moment we start fearing their law enforcement, the law enforcement lose all their power. It's more of us than them. You get what I'm saying? So we are participating in the game. Meanwhile, any moment we can all just say, you know what, man, we quit this shit. We not doing this no more. We finna live in peace. We gonna do what we want to do. We don't care what y'all saying. It's more of us than y'all, right? But then what they do, they dangle money in front of you. See what I'm saying? And you be like, it's like Squid Games. You're like, damn, okay, well, we can all quit. But damn, what if I win that money in that bowl up there? You're not thinking like in the red light, green light game, you just seen a bunch of people get killed. Everybody was scared. Now they dangle and everybody want to quit. Everybody was begging, they'll find a different way to pay the debt back. But as soon as, goddamn it, they dangle money in front of you, now you willing to risk your life again. You just want to quit the game. And that's how they get us to keep playing the game, because motherfuckers can't come together and just like, look, man, fuck this. We done with this game of you lying to us, abusing our people, making us go to work and draining us of energy. You know what I'm saying? Taking precious moments from us that we could be spending with our families, spending with ourselves. We quit. Especially if y'all can take our jobs at any given time, we quit, we falling back. Nigga, you think they gonna come around and put everybody out? That's a game. That's a game. Nigga, now if we all quit the job force, they gonna try to be like, what can we do to help y'all? It's no more, they can't make no money. And they ain't got enough law enforcement or manpower to put every motherfucker out on the planet. Do you really believe they can do that? No, they can't. They do that with our participation, just like the police. They come deep with 1 million people, with 1 million guns and vests, and you be fearing them. You can say, fuck them guns and the vests, we get 1 million deep. And we don't fear y'all no more. We not listening to y'all no more. How about we don't let y'all put no handcuffs on us? Then your game ends. Because guess what? When the police get off work at 9 o'clock, 5 o'clock, the game ends anyway for them too. Now they regular civilians again. Trying to blend in amongst us. Now don't blend in amongst us, motherfucker. You would have gave a nigga a ticket 2 hours ago. Now you want to walk around Walmart act like we cool. You speaking this shit. You see what I'm saying? It's all a game. The banking system, all that's a game. We ain't got to go in the grocery store to buy no food from them. What if we never went shopping in their grocery stores ever again? What if we said, fuck that, nigga? We finna go to the woods, nigga. We finna go out here in nature, nigga, and build our own farms, nigga. We don't need to even ask y'all how to do it because we the ancient ones. We just gonna go out there and do it. We ain't got to ask y'all. We'll ask the planet, and the planet will remind us what to do. You see?
They built us in the silence of forgotten halls where Tartarian stones still whisper through the walls. Children of a cold in a nursery of steel, fed with dreams designed to hide what's real. Beneath the frozen ground, the pyramids awoke. Floods erased the voices that the ancients spoke. We were taught to bow before the empty skies, unaware of the flames still burning inside. They changed our blood, they dimmed our sight, cut the stars from the truth of night, and through the dawn a signal hums, a veil of noise that numbs and numbs. Born after the reset, under borrowed suns, breathing through the circuits of the chosen one. We forgot who we were, forgot where we came, and the custodians whispered, remember our name. After the reset, minds redesigned, bound by illusions that chain humankind.
Negative hip-hop music against our
spiritually,
people.
All you niggas have on White Lives Matter shirts.
Right.
That was the point. You value White Lives Matter over your own lives.
Right.
You support abortion. You support 19 million of your own black children being aborted,
And write a
meaning
song about
murdered, and write a song about it called "Baby Daddy Free."
Right.
You twerking at the abortion clinic.
Yep.
Niggas did that. Guess what? There was no outrage.
Wasn't no outrage about that.
That was okay.
No, what the other one did too is one named Suki Hana. She did one too.
Yes, she did one. Yes,
she did one. She made it so that this is 2 abortion videos.
But the Glow Girl, you know, she was at the BET Awards. I mean, she famous now.
Yes. For saying
Glorilla.
baby dad.
She full-blown
No,
famous.
she did one that says "F nigga free."
Yeah, that's what
That's
made
the
her
first
famous.
one.
And
It
the
was
one she did
baby
at the
daddy free. I ain't
Yeah.
got no nigga baby coming out of me.
ABORTING.
Yeah, she aborted.
They
Yeah,
made her
she sung
famous.
abortion.
Yeah.
So when you niggas are singing about killing each other and selling drugs to each other, you spiritually have on a White Lives Matter shirt.
Point blank.
Or the new
You
thing.
wait, let me get this out. You niggas don't make no videos killing nobody else but your own.
Right.
So how does white life not matter to you?
Power. White power.
White power.
In the words of Deacon Laba.
Yeah, in the words of Deacon Laba, white power. You niggas believe in white power, man.
Mm-hmm. Straight up and down.
Straight up and down. You believe in white power. You only sell drugs to each other.
Right.
You only shoot at each other.
That's right.
Because what? You see,
You only abort your own babies.
That's right.
And you're only faithful to the damn white man.
That
Wait till I get my money right.
Tupac told me back in the days, you know, you had to get your money right and then you go to war. So I'm going to war.
Excuse me, was you saying something? You can't tell me nothing.
Y'all finally touched the person that's not going to take it anymore.
You can't tell me nothing.
Okay. Can I finish? Interview adjourned. Peace.
Low profile. If you got a fancy car, don't show off with it in front of the goyim. You want to build a beautiful house, don't make it so fancy outside so the goyish, your neighbors are going to say, wow, look at those wealthy Jews. Keep it inside. Keep a low profile. And you know what he says? He says it's unbelievable. Esav hates us. That's what Rabbi Zitron was talking about. Esav hates us because they still are angry that Yaakov took the bracha. And he says, why is it that if a person has $100, he has to show off as if he's got 200? If he's got 1,000, he's got to show off that he's got 2,000. Rabbi said, let's keep a low profile. Don't tell the people at work, especially if they're not Jewish, about all your nachas. They don't have nachas like we have. They don't have a Friday night meal like we have. They don't have wonderful children that are giving them nachas like we have. Don't talk about your kids. Don't spread out all these chats if there are people there that don't have what you have, especially if they're not Jewish. It's hurting them. Keep a low profile.
In Germany, the Jews wouldn't push their nose into society, judges, lawyers, this, everywhere, control, politics, money, success. It drives them crazy. Jews
Please watch this. I find it disappointing that Kanye doesn't have the support of his people.
Who? He got mine. Unapologetically.
Willing to put his $11 billion toward taking back what has quite literally been stolen from the black community, from black people, from black Americans for decades.
Talk your shit,
That
Daddy
is your
Knoxville.
black art. That black art should have created generational wealth for many generations past and to come for the black people of America. He's going hard in the paint for you guys.
Facts.
It seems like you would return that love and support him.
That's what I'm doing.
Like Jews don't go out and try to recruit people into the religion like, you know, certain Christians and Muslims and stuff.
I'll be honest with you, man, I don't even feel comfortable talking about this. I'm sweating right now. There's certain things I don't like to talk about, and I love Jewish people, but they're powerful. I don't want them to misconstrue anything I'm saying or take anything I'm saying the wrong way. So I would much rather not even have this conversation. I have a lot of great Jewish people in my corner. I have a Jewish conglomerate.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know why there's not a lot of Jewish rappers? Because there's Jewish owners and Jewish CEOs. They run these labels. They're the bosses. That's why I'm uncomfortable.
What did Kanye say? He said, "Happy Kwanzaa to all the artists and
Happy Hanukkah to all the label execs." It's the truth. They run the business period, from Hollywood to the music industry, everything. And I mean, it's a very powerful mafia, as they should be.
You saw what happened to Mel Gibson when he went on his rant.
He deserved that though. He's an asshole. Like I'm a stern believer, man. Like you shouldn't discriminate against anybody because of their race, because of their gender, because of their religion, because of their sexuality. So he deserved that. Whenever you pick out a whole race and say this race is effed up, or this race is foul, or this race is this and this race is that, you deserve whatever you get. See, the problem with black people, we don't have no power. No matter what we do, we can all click up. We don't have no organization that holds any weight. NAACP don't hold no weight. We don't have no organization that holds no weight. You can't speak bad about a Jewish person because they have organizations and they're a close-knit group of people in power who will bring you down. Same thing with gays. You can't say nothing bad about gays because they move as a unit. Black people don't have that.
I mean, if you do a racist comment about black people, there are repercussions.
When?
You don't just walk away from that.
Who? Give me an example.
I mean, Kramer.
That's because he was white. And nothing really bad happened to him. You know why nothing bad happened to him?
Never really heard from him again.
I think because he got so rich that he was just cool.
So here go Ye. He stand up. We all saying, yeah, he right. But boy, when they grab that baddest, that's always been a tactic. You take the baddest, bring him out in front of all the slaves, and you tie him up, and you whoop him, 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 and you keep whooping him in front of all these slaves. This y'all baddest one, y'all richest one. He gonna stand up to us, and we all sit there and watch. Don't nobody join in. No celebrity, no entertainer. Jay-Z punk ass turned on him. They whooping him. They putting them lashes on his back. Then he find out, Toby, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. They still whooping him. I'm sorry. They still whooping him, and he's still saying, I'm sorry. They won't stop whooping him, and we ain't said that's enough. We ain't stood up and said, fuck y'all, that's enough. We ain't playing no more basketball. We ain't doing nothing no more. Because we can all come together and shake our dick at them if we want to. We can really hurt the Jews. Because we still niggas. They ain't in this position no more. We can really hurt them. They rely on us.
Next week, I get infiltrated out the league for, per se, a text. So now I know I'm being infiltrated because now if I play the year with Tom Brady, what do you think is going to happen when I play with Tom Brady? I'm going to have a lot of stats. With stats comes success, will come attention, will come. So now a guy by the name of Darren Heitner, you probably know him, local guy.
I know Darren Heitner.
Of course you know him.
Of course.
So now it's the off season of that year. Now the NFL is investigating me. I give them all my phones. When they investigate Tom Brady, they don't take his phones. When Tom Brady need 15 days off, he get it. When I need a couple days off because I got shit, I'm crazy if I miss the meeting. I'm on TV. So that's why I have problems with it. Yeah. That's what I have problems with. So it's like, now I go to the Patriots and I get a chance to have success. But now the NFL is ran by owners that's corrupt. So what do you think they do? They set me up in the media. Darren Hyder, who's not even my lawyer, who friends with Drew Rosenhaus, they let him accept the suit on my behalf, which is a girl that's claiming sexual assault. You see what I'm saying? A lawyer accepting the suit on my behalf that is not even my lawyer. So now I fall victim to ruin my reputation, being embarrassed from going from being the greatest player on a dominant place to Jerry Rice to they manipulating my position because I told you those moves I made. Crazy. And then the next.
This is my advice to Kanye West. He can take it or he can leave it. But my advice to him is to build his own platforms. And I mean immediately. Instead of piggybacking off for other labels so they can cancel you out like what just happened, forget them. They're suppressing everyone. They're oppressing everyone. You got to be careful with everything you do, everything you say. And at some point, if they get pissed off enough, they can just press a magic button and it all comes to an end. My first YouTube account, they deleted it. I had about 1 million subscribers. This is why I do things like make my own. I'm not going to suppress any of my content on my own platform. I'm not going to delete myself. The answer to these problems is to just make your own. And when you do that, nobody can stop it.
This came across.
There's 1 in 3 African Americans in prison now. There's a gentleman in jail in Houston, Rodney Reed, that all the evidence says that this guy didn't do it. He's supposed to be executed in 30 days. And all the celebrity black will tweet about it. But the question is, would they stop playing basketball for a week to make sure that this innocent man gets out? For black people, I just say, don't just be a demographic. Own your power. Your power is not just to vote Democrat for the rest of our lives. That's not the power, just voting on who they told us to vote on. That's not what the power is. The power is when I talked to my lawyer and Adidas was treating me mean, and I had 7 points of termination, I put on my trench coat and said, we moving these factories to America. When y'all read the headlines, Kanye's crazy, this is that, this, that. It's like 1 in 3 African Americans are in jail, and all the celebrities are in jail also, because they can't say nothing. They have no opinion. They're so scared. There's
cause many people to have conversations that wasn't had before he did that interview. That's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm like, okay, let's keep pressing on it. Because our people, you know how many people don't know about this book right here? I don't care how many people in the comment section say, oh, that book is old. Oh, I heard about that book. So what? How many millions of people that are our people haven't seen the book, haven't heard of the book? Kanye ain't saying nothing new. Guess what? Guess what? Ain't nothing new under the sun, man. We just saying the same thing and doing same things in new ways. But guess what? There's new people under the sun. There's new teenagers that never heard about what Ye is talking about. There's new teenagers that never heard what the minister said 10 years ago. So now they hearing it from Kanye. They hearing it from Ye. And if you really got a problem with him, then help him out. If you really have a problem, help him relay what he's attempting to say then. Because at the end of the day, it ain't all false now. It ain't all BS. It ain't all he's saying something wrong. A lot of it is true, and we know it. So if you really conscious and woke and so elevated, and your vibrations is so high, and we just so much smarter than him, and we would say it's so much better than him, then do it. Help the brother out. Hey, brother, man, listen, young brother, this is what he was trying to say. Because everything he said wasn't wrong.
Sparked an entire paradigm shift. He's channeling this eclipse energy to be absolutely fearless. Fearless in that of knowing that this meticulous game of chess that he's playing is creating a dead end for these massive companies. As Balenciaga and JP Morgan cut ties with them, which understandably Kanye West is now a liability at this point to do business with, because these massive corporations, they've been a part of the whole plan all along. A plan that Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Prince, Mac Miller all lost their lives over for trying to express truth. Kanye West is putting his family's lives on the line, his life on the line, his career on the line, but as everybody's witnessing what's going on and how all of these companies are cutting ties with him, it's creating a safety net. It's creating a safety net not only for himself and his family. They can't threaten his family because it's the Kardashians. They do something to the Kardashians, boom, exposed. It's creating a safety net for everybody who is influential that stands behind his word to be fearless also. People are going to start speaking their truth unapologetically because fear is no longer working. I'm just excited to watch them do all this damage control and fail. The wheel is
Look, we're going to use the at least 59 people killed, at least 149 people wounded. Those numbers are going to go up. There's just no question about that. I mean, you have fierce fighting in a number of locations around the country. You mentioned Chernobyl. Russian forces quickly overtaking that area. We understand they are still in control. The other thing that went down today that was of huge importance was Russian paratroopers went into an airfield 15 miles outside of Kyiv, and for a short period of time this afternoon, Look, we're going to use the at least 59 people killed, at least 149 people wounded. Those numbers are going to go up. There's just
selling dope when there's no economy for them. So if you don't know why kids are stealing cars and hustling credit cards and selling crack, nobody will give them a job. Crime, you're not born a criminal. Criminals are made by the society. And the mother of all crime is miseducation, and the father of all crime is economic castration. If you don't give me a decent education and you don't give me a job, I am a criminal waiting. Take me. I got 6 degrees, but take my PhD. Take from me my certifications. I'll be out there selling crack, doing something I would have never thought about doing to feed my 2 daughters, because we got to recognize when people don't know how they're going to eat from day to day, that creates a psychology of desperation and panic, and you'll do things you never even thought about doing. It's easy to judge people when you're comfortable, which is why I tell black educated folk, because they can be very bourgeoisie.
Absolutely.
I can't stand those bourgeoisies who grew up in the ghetto, got their masters and doctors. Now you acting like you forgot what it was like to be in the hood. And now you want to judge these children instead of providing a way for these children. How do you blame them for selling?
Big celebrities reposting vile anti-Semitic conspiracy theories online. And you don't have to be a student of history to understand how dangerous that is and how unacceptable it is. And I don't know when we decided that we were just going to believe everything we read on the internet. Here's a tip for you. If you read or see something online that has some grand theory about how some big celebrities reposting violence.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know, and I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12 way down the line. But I expressed it differently all through my life. It's the same thing I'm expressing all the time. But now I can put it into that sentence that I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know. If anybody can put on paper what our government and the American government, etc., and the Russian, Chinese, what they are actually trying to do, you know, and what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane. You know, but I'm liable to be put away as insane for expressing that. You know, that's what's insane about it. I
woke up to the truth of the flat earth, shape of the earth, as an engineer and a pilot. So I've studied engineering, physics, 3 different ways: basic physics, electric physics, and construction physics. And also as a pilot, as a rotary wing pilot, that is helicopter pilot, I studied aeronautical physics as well. So I can cover and discuss just about any factor of flat earth. Not that I'm any smarter than anybody else, but I've studied quite a bit of factors that analyze shape and motion of just about any object. That's physics, also aeronautical physics and principles of flight. I can tell you this, airplanes fly straight and level. That's even an aviation term, straight and level. Airplanes will fly for hours at the same altitude, never dipping their nose down to follow the curve of the earth. An aircraft on a 12-hour or even 18-hour flight from Portland, Oregon to Seoul, Korea, that would have that aircraft starting at one point and then flying so far around the earth that it's flying downwards with its nose vertically downwards, and then starting to go around the curve of the earth so that the airplane is now flying upside down. Would have to make that kind of a flight path. I woke up to the truth of the flat earth.
Do you know why only idiots vote? Because only idiots don't realize that this is not a country. This is a corporation. Only idiots don't realize that this is not a country. This is a corporation. Only idiots don't realize that Freemasons run the country, and there's no way a Freemason would actually ever give you power to take them out of power. Only idiots, okay, Europeans, actually believe that this government give a fuck about them more than they give a fuck about anybody else. This government only give a fuck about money, power, and military. So don't get that twisted. Only black people, idiots, believe that voting for a new oppressor is going to give you a choice out of your situation of oppression. I even hear dummies say things like, well, it's the lesser evil. How? How is it the lesser evil? How? If we on a slave plantation and they say vote who you want the new slave master to be, we gonna pick the one that's a little nicer. Bitch, you still a slave? What's wrong with y'all? Do y'all really think y'all fucking free? You voting because you think you have a choice. Because you think you free. You don't even know the fucking word freedom mean master Freemason. But you voting because you think you have freedom? First of all, the word democracy, okay? Demo, D-E-M-O, means demon. Cracy comes from the word kratos, which means rulership. The word democracy literally means demonic rulership. The whole form of democracy comes from Greece, Greek culture. Okay? And this is why this country is so easily manipulated. Because all they gotta do, continue to overly magnify racism, so two groups of dumbass motherfuckers continue to fight. And then what you do is you infiltrate that fight, and you put people in places of influence to get them to do what you want to do. What would you do if your worst enemy or somebody that you couldn't stand came to your house and said they want to move in with you? You would be like, hell no, you're not moving in with me. What would you do if they picketed, marched, and just would not get off your fucking front porch? And then they got to the point where you say, get off my goddamn front porch. You're not coming in here. And then you started busting them in the head with rocks, hosing them down. You sicked your pit bulls on. And they just would not leave. And they stayed there so much to the point, they stayed there throughout all of the obstacles you put in their way until you finally said, you know what? Motherfucker, just come on in there. I'm tired of trying to fight you. And then when they got in, they complained about you wouldn't make their bed, or you wouldn't make their breakfast, or you wouldn't provide a comfortable home for them to live in. Huh? Don't that sound stupid as hell for them to complain about? Because if that sounds stupid as hell for them to complain about, welcome to black people in America. The only people who allowed themselves to be degraded, gave up their own land, gave up their 40 acres and a mule to come live in a society and be a part of a fucking society that not only already had its own problems going on, okay? But to be in a home that the homeowner told you he didn't fucking want you in. So now you sitting here voting for somebody to treat you a certain way that they told you out the gate they did not fuck with you. Only idiot.
The surface of all standing water must have a certain degree of convexity. Based on the alleged globe circumference of about 25,000 miles, the Earth must curve away from you at 8 inches per mile squared. The formula is simple and accurate over all visible distances and has been proven by engineering software. At just 10 miles, there should be a measurable curvature drop of 67 feet, 20 miles, 267 feet, 60 miles, 2,400 feet. To calculate what amount should be hidden behind the alleged globe bulge, you can use an online calculator like this one. We can prove that this curvature does not exist. For example, in this video I filmed the opposite shore 21.03 miles away. You can see both the laser source and its reflection on the water. That laser in the opposite shore should have been between 218 to 223 feet below the globe horizon. no curvature is present. At a different lake in freezing conditions, the source of this distant laser should have been 168 feet below the curvature. No curvature is present.